Okay, this is a Cybex Leg curl. The main difference between this one and the other one we have here in the gym is the position of the hip in the starting position. So this one is going to be a little bit more of kind of this angle versus the other one where it's more here. So if this is in your program, it might just be a different variant or potentially something at the hip. But this is going to be very similar. So we have two things of adjustment here. So we have this back pad here that adjusts here. And we also have the lower leg pad here. So you unscrew this and this will move here. So depending on the length of your legs will determine how far you want this one. But you want to have this pad just above the ankle somewhere. You don't want it to be like sitting on your foot or anything like that. And then this adjustment here for this back pad, we want to be in a position where we can get the knee as close as we can to this black circle, because that's going to be the axis that the machine moves around. So we want to get our knee joint as close as we can to that. Once we get in here, we'll get our feet on top. This pad here unhooks here, and we want to make sure that we get this nice and snug on this upper leg. We're going for the hamstring, so this muscle back here. The cues on this is going to be to shove up into this pad. So we're going to kind of create a force this way so that we can then create a force that way with our lower leg. So as I create this upward, I'm going to create this downward. And then as I get here, I'm going to think heel to my butt and try and get that as far as I can. Now, as we go through this excursion, we want to make sure, try our best to keep the pelvis and the spine in the same spot. So we want to avoid as much as we can doing something like that, where we do that to get to the end. So we want to kind of keep all this in the same spot. Now, as you go through, we just want to keep a consistent pace. So we don't want to throw it, because then we're going to have to catch it at the end. So we don't want, because then we have to catch stuff. So make sure your pace is just consistent from the top to the bottom with a little bit of a pause down here. And then just a little bit of a pause at the top. Now, if you start to slide forward, once you get strong enough and the weight gets heavy, when your leg gets about 90 degrees, the weight is going to start pulling you in that direction. So if this belt isn't on this machine, it should be around the gym somewhere. And you just want to get this here and then nice and snug there, and that'll keep you secure.